members before and appealed that our athletes deserve to be rewarded when they are still active. This is provided in the National Sports Act, Cap 151, and what we are appealing to you now is resources to make it happen, so that we are not seen to be receiving athletes, but when we are not able to reward them decently, when they are still alive and active for this country. Chair, on page 23, I've provided the overall detailed budget framework for National Council of Sports for the entire period. What will consume the 508 billion I have mentioned. It takes care of page 23 up to page 28 with all the details. And the summary of it indicates that we have a budget shortfall in our proposed budget of 563,888,809,127, with a deficit of only 54,922,242,712. We have highlighted, Chair, our major activities or outputs and interventions, including the cost implication for the different interventions under NDP 4. In the framework, Chair, we have provided how we have highlighted on the interventions and action plan, which will inform the implementation if all these resources are provided. It is taken care of from page 29 and page 36 of my presentation. On page 37, Chair, are cross-cutting issues, but I want to mention on page 38 the two major areas, underfunded priorities. Chair and members have only single two areas which are very critical. Like I mentioned, government of Uganda is supposed to provide a board which is active, but we don't have resources. And this has come as a result of the warning of WADA, World Antidoping Agency, to Uganda, that if we don't undertake the due processes, Uganda will be given a red flag in terms of compliance. Basically, Chair, it requires us to plan resources to undertake implementing anti-doping tests for our athletes. Chair, for avoidance of doubt, today we have 6 world champions in this country, and that has caused us pressure and the world pressure. They wanted to be very keen that these athletes are not doing any drug abuse. And therefore, this test is a requirement, and if we don't comply, we'll be banned, because we have received the last warning, Chair, and my minister here has already been addressing that matter.
You have some suspects?
We don't have a suspect, Chair. But, Chair, the importance of providing resources to NADO will strengthen policy, implementation of government, but also support athletes to concentrate and do it right. The money the Council is asking is only 3 billion to enable us fulfill this mandate. Chair, the second aspect is on the reward and recognition scheme. I want to mention here with appreciation that for all the time since 1986, it has been His Excellency the President providing what I would call stipend to our athletes who win using welfare funding from State House. But this was not anchored on the law. With the support of Parliament, you made this provision in the Act, and we want to actualize it so that we can take that mandate from him and support our athletes. This figure, 5 billion, will support paying the outstanding arrears, which is a big challenge to the Ministry and Council, but also support on the upcoming activities. Chair, we have about 4 major games that we need to support, and if we don't do that, it will demotivate our athletes.